Good day everyone, welcome back to my channel. It's Barc'z Gundam Collection, and today we will review one of the Gundam in WO series. That's Gundam Exia. But before that, I want to say thank you first to those folks who subscribe to my channel. These are Mark Jarrell Gonzalez, Dedo Gunpla, Pinoy Prank Dor, Jan Gapud, Vincent Van, and Chris Mana. I'll show you the box first. We have here Gundam Exia, and the grade is RG. We have the same scale, it's 1:144. Next, we also have here the different poses that we can replicate once we're done building this Gundam. Next is that we can also see some of the features here in this Gundam. So first part of the video, we will do the unboxing, then we will build it, and after that, we will review the Gundam. So let's start. We have here the stickers. We have a lot of little decals or water decals in here and some of the metallic stickers. And next we have the transparent purple plastic that will serve as the GN cable of Exia. Now I just need to remove the runners from the plastic before we build it, of course. Now guys, let's go ahead and review this Gundam. Let's start with the head part. I'm seeing a different variety of colors wherein it has white, green, a yellow, red, gray, and a purple. I hope you guys can see it. And then these colors are a lot for the head part, which is very awesome and perfect for me. And for the VIP fin, which is this, it's very pointed with wherein it's very realistic compared with the HG that we have here. That's the sample of VFin for the HG. Now for the movement, we can pull this up like this to make it longer or the neck longer. We can move this all the way down like this and all the way up like this, which is great as well. And we also have a 360-degree rotation, rotational movement there. Last but not the least, the stickers that we have here, we have one here, and then we also have in the eyes, we have some little stickers at the back, that's one, and last but not the least, we also have a transparent plastic inside, wherein, I hope you guys can see it, so that stands for the GN cable of this Exia Gundam. Now let's proceed to the shoulders, wherein we can move this all the way up like this, which is awesome. And then we also have a little movement sidewards like this and this. That's the maximum. And same expectation, of course, we have here a 360-degree rotation, just like the other Gundams. Now, speaking with the colors, I'm seeing here a light blue, a dark blue, white, and a gray. Last but not least, we also have a green transparent plastic here. So we have a sticker inside as well before I put this green plastic. And we also have this purple transparent plastic, which also stands for the GN cable of this Exia. Now guys, if we're going to differentiate the GN cable, which this one, to the HG model, this is what we got. So you can see a big difference between the two. Now, the back part of this arm, we also have here another sticker, which is, the first layer is a silver sticker, and then I put on the transparent purple plastic, which is the continuous part of this GN cable. And we can also bend this arm for a maximum movement like this, which is all the way up, which is also great. Now guys, let's proceed to the hand. This is the most articulated hand that this Exia has. So we can move the fingers like this, and put it back like this, and this in the thumb, wherein we can put it like that, and then put it like this. So I'll show you as well the different kinds of hands that this Exia has. So these are the... So first we have the open palm. And next, we have the closed fist. Last but not the least, we have the holding hands, which is great for weapons. Now, let's proceed to the torso. I'm seeing a different variety of color as well, wherein I'm seeing a yellow, white, green, gray, blue, and red. For the movement, we have here the shoulder fin, wherein we can move this like this and put it back like this. Next, we also have a 360-degree rotation, like that. Oopsie. So, which is awesome. And next, we also have here another movement like this, wherein it's gonna open like this. Compared with the HG, it's not movable, as you can see. So for the chest part, as you can see, there's a sticker inside. I hope you guys can see it. There's a sticker inside before I put this transparent green plastic. Something that I don't like in here on this part is that the consistency of the build. I hope you guys can see this. So if I'm gonna put this back like that, I have to push this like this so that it can, move back to the original position. But if I'm gonna open it like that, like this, so that's what happened, which is not so good for me. Now let's try if we can move this body sidewards. Let's try. So I'm not seeing any movement for the torso sidewards. We can front, there's no movement as well. But yeah, that's something that is not so good on the torso part. Now let's move on to the stickers. We have here decals that I put in, yeah, it's on the both sides. And we also have here a little stickers, and then inside this green part, as I've mentioned earlier, there is a sticker that I put inside first before I put on this green transparent plastic. Now let's move on to the back part, wherein we can see the GN drive. So just like in the series, this is actually the thing that produces the GN particles of this Gundam. So we can move this like this, we can open it like this, oops, like that, and then that's how it is. And once I removed it like this, let's try. I have here a little decals. I put it there, and we can move this like this to see more parts inside. So just to let you know, I put in a silver sticker inside before I place this transparent green plastic. So that's how detailed it is. I just want to show you guys the difference between the RG GN drive and the HG GN drive. So that's the difference between the two. Now, before I proceed to the lower part of this Gundam, I want to discuss this first, wherein we can see the beam saber. We have this, we can move this down and up. You also have this movement down and up, like that. I put in some little decals here as well, that, and same to the other side, there. Now guys, let's move on to the lower part. So let's discuss first the front skirt. The articulation that we have here is that we can move this to a maximum of 160-degree movement upward. So that's the maximum we have here. Now for the back, we also have 160-degree up front, or upward movement, sorry. So that's the maximum that we have. So because of this beam saber and stuff in the upper part of this Gundam, it limits the movement of the back skirt that we have here. Now, as you can see, I put on some stickers or decals in the front skirt. So we have here this, and in the crotch, I put in the GN001 decal. I hope you can read this, guys. We also have 3 variety of color, wherein we have the red, gray, and white. You can put on some panel lines in here, in the details that we have here, which can be done as well to make it more detailed. And at the back, we also have another decals here. There. Now, let's proceed in the hip part, wherein I also put decals in both sides. There. You can put some panel lines in here, kasi masyado rin naman siyang detailed. You can put some on it. And then, I'll put on some decals as well, in some parts of the decals in the knee part, there. You also have some in the back, there. And here, in the joint part, I put in a sticker inside as well. It's a gray, or I mean silver sticker. And then I put on this transparent green plastic. So compared with the HG, it's a purple. I don't know why it was different, but yeah, it's more detailed in RG, which is something that we are expecting it to have. We also have here the GN cable, wherein we're seeing a purple color. I put in actually a silver sticker there, and then I put this transparent purple plastic. Then let's proceed to the movement. Now we can move this backward like this, and let's try to move these knees. We have that maximum movement, which is awesome there, as you can see. Now I have to put this back, and let's see the movement that we have in front. Let's try. Oops, so I think I need to move this skirt first. Let's try the maximum. Oh, okay. So that's the maximum movement that we have upwards. Okay. Let's try. Now, if we're going to try the lower leg, let's try the maximum movement. Okay. We have that maximum movement. Alright, so that's awesome too. Okay. We can move that all the way up, which is really, really awesome for me. We have this knee part wherein we have different parts to make this kind of position. So there are some parts wherein you can see it extending while you're bending it. There. Have that. Okay. Now, before I proceed to the feet, I want to show this as well, the continuous part of the GN cable. It's purple. I hope you can recognize it. And we have a silver stickers before that purple thing. There. Now, let's proceed to the feet part wherein, before that we have this movement like this. And then you also have another movement like this, all the way up, all the way down. We also have another movement sidewards like this, and this, and try. That's the maximum that we have. Also have a little movement in the toe part, like that. Okay. Let's try to move this like this. Oh, okay. We have a little bit movement downwards, like this. Now guys, let's move on to the weapons or the armaments of this Gundam. I just need to, since, since this Gundam is known as the Seven Swords, the four swords were already located at the back part. So we have this, and this. Next, now we have here the beam dagger. So it's just like a beam saber, but a shorter one. I put in some little decal here, and if you like, you can put on some panel lines in here. If you can see it, that kind of detail. Okay. Just to compare with the beam saber, this is the beam saber, which is longer with the dagger, obviously. There. So that's the sample of it. So next we have here the GN long and short blade. So compared with the HG, the blade that it has is like this. But this kind of, blade, it is made of silver metallic plate. As you can see, it's very shiny and more realistic, should I say. And something that I did wrong on this part is that I put on some decals in here, which I think not so good. Yeah, I really don't like it. Behind that is that the plastic in the decal is obviously seen here in the silver metallic plate, which is I really don't like. Well, compared if you're gonna put the decals in a plastic, not the metallic one, of course, here's the detail. So you can see, if we're gonna compare it, only the details can be seen in the plastic, but here in the metallic plate, the plastic is also, or can also be seen easily. Last but not the least, we have here the main sword. So compared with the HG, this is how it looks like. That we have here a metallic plate, which is more realistic. And then I put on some decals in here. And then here, another one to the other side, and this little shield, I put in some decals also. It's more detailed with the HG. Now let's move on to the articulation, because something that is very surprising here is that just like in the series, we can also transform this main sword to a rifle. So we just need to hold this and move this like this, put it backwards. We're gonna put the hand here. So this is how it looks like if Exia will use this main sword. So that's how it looks like. Next, we have here the shield. So compared with the HG, this is how it looks like. Oh, you can see the difference between the two, right? So I put in some stickers and decals here. And sorry, that's it. That's the only decal that I put on this shield. So we have 3 color variation here. We have white, gray, we have blue as well. You can put on some panel lines in the detailed part if you want to. Oh, we have here another decal, which is very tiny. So now guys, let's move on to the scores. For the build, I'll give it a 4.5 because of the inconsistency we saw earlier in the chest part. And next, we also have the weapons. I cannot ask for more. It's perfect. It's awesome. That's why I'll give it a 5. For the appearance, I'll give it a 4. And the reason behind that is because on the Vulcan gun, which is that it's, you cannot identify that easily in this part because it's not very detailed for me. I don't know, just don't like how it was detailed in this part, but yeah, I hope you can, recognize it. Next, we also have the articulation. For the articulation, I will not ding this Gundam because of the limited movement it has in the leg part, but because of the torso. We know that there's a reason behind why it has a limited movement in the leg part based on the series. But in the torso, I'm not seeing any reason why it can't be moved sideways. We cannot bend it backwards or even up front. That's why the articulation, I'll give it a 3. So the average score that we have in this Gundam Exia is 4.1 and the perfect score is 5. I hope you guys will not take it against me as just my opinion about this Gundam. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video, and see you on my next vlog wherein we will transform this Gundam Exia to repair. Until next time, bye.